So there's a word I heard my whole life growing up in Hawaii. Boto. And last night I found out I had no idea what it actually meant. Turns out to the rest of the world, this word means something completely different. But here in Hawaii, it means your junk. Like what you have between your legs. And if you're like me, you probably said Boto 1,000 times without ever asking why. So I went on a mission to find out where the word Boto came from and what it truly means. And if you know me, give me the internet, a dictionary, and some free time and I will not make good decisions. Alright, Boto. Today we're gonna learn about the history of Boto. But before we get into the history, I want to start off by calling something out. Did you know that the definition of Boto changes depending on where you're from? I've been doing some digging, and maybe you guys know some of this. But first definition.
Say the word Boto,
There you
which
go.
means paradise views. I'll go 3, 2, 1. You guys can say Boto with the shaka. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, so to some tourists, Boto means paradise views. Didn't know that?
So if you're visiting Hawaii, just say I love Boto means I love everybody.
I love everybody.
Like I love Boto! I love Boto! Never stress saw.
Alright, so we got two definitions of I love Boto so far. We got paradise views and we got I love everybody. Okay, definition 3.
What did you eat? Chicken? You know, in Hawaii, in Pidgin, that translate as Boto.
Okay, we got chicken. I heard of this one before. Auntie over here.
You know what Boto is? Okay, never mind. We'll figure it out later.
Never mind, figure it out later. Alright, so we got 3 definitions. Paradise views. We got I love everybody. We got chicken. I like eating Boto, apparently. Okay.
Been talking to some people around town, and it turns out a few people have been hospitalized by Botos.
Anybody here got hospitalized by a Boto before? W's in the chat if you put someone in a hospital because of your Boto.
By being rammed by them.
There are all sorts of
Oh my
estimates
God,
for
bro, that
calculating
is
the
devious.
force a Boto can deliver, but numbers
Wait a
don't
second,
have the
wait,
same
we gotta run this
impact
back.
as a
Been talking to some people around town, and it turns out a few people have been hospitalized by Botos by being rammed by them.
There are all sorts of estimates for
Wow, rammed by Boto.
calculating the force a Boto can deliver, but numbers don't have the same impact as a demonstration.
To get an
Oh my God, did you guys hear that? He said it's hard to calculate the amount of force a Boto can deliver, but numbers don't demonstrate reality? Is that what he said? What? He said something like that.
idea of it is something a bit like this.
Damn, bro. He said a Boto is a bit like that. Imagine your Boto is a watermelon size. Bro, imagine living with a Boto that's a watermelon size. Holy f***, he just smacked that Boto. He just destroyed that Boto. He didn't get rammed by the Boto. He rammed the Boto himself.
Being hit by a Boto is like being in a car when it hits a brick wall at 30.
Dude, there's too much good quotes in this. Alright. This is apparently the Boto that they're referring to. I mean, this kind of looks like some of your guys' Boto, I know that. It's a river dolphin, bro. And honestly, I can kind of see why they call it a Boto. I don't know which one came first though. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna figure out what is the real meaning of Boto, okay? Because we all know the local... Oh, yeah, one more thing, boys. There's a shoe company called Boto. And look at these freaking prices of these shoes. 230 bucks for some Boto. Must be some good Boto, huh? Alright, so we got a few definitions of Boto. And then we got our definition.
On Thursday, we do Boto. Because if you want a thick Wahini screaming,
Well, you fucker, if you hit me from the back, you better buy me one zip pack.
your Boto better be f***ing swole.
So the question is, what is the real meaning of Boto? And where did it come from? We got 6 definitions so far. We got a pink dolphin. We got shoes. We got a chicken. We got paradise views. We got I love everybody. And then we got one real Boto. The thing you see when you look down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our research and we'll tally which one we find the most of. And the winner at the end will be the king and gets to claim the OG Boto status. So I figured, why not just start with Googling Boto definition. Alright, so we got Boto is a Portuguese name given to several types of dolphins. Alright, so that's 1 point for dolphin. A pink and gray dolphin found in the Amazon River. Wow, look, we could get a graph about how much Botos are being used over... Wow. Oh, back in the 1827s, they used to love Boto, ah. Okay, Boto is a Portuguese name, so it says the origin is Portuguese. So let's go to a Portuguese dictionary. Let's see what happens when you type Boto. Amazon River dolphin. Okay, so is that another point for the river dolphin? But that's Portuguese though. What if we went with Pidgin? Pidgin dictionary. Male genitals, penis usage. The football when hit his Boto. It says it's Portuguese though. Wait, I thought Boto was Filipino. Isn't Boto Filipino? I swear to God, I'm not Filipino, but I went to Ipahu, so I'm basically Filipino. Oh my God, what is this?
Malamat may boto.
Malamat may Boto? What the hell? Cheers, malaman may boto. Okay, so we got one point for penis. I hate that word. That's such a weird word. I just like saying boto. Let's try to look up the Filipino dictionary. Oh, but there's different dialects. Let's just try to see what happens if I do this. Vote? Who speaks Filipino in here? Someone explain this. Boto for my boto. Yeah, boto is also vote. Okay. So you're telling me the Filipino created a word that stands for vote and at the same time means the thing you see when you look down when you piss. You know what? There's this one website that I remember learning about that shows every definition for every language. So let's see what this website says. This website, back to the dolphin. Portuguese naming it after the dolphin makes sense because the dolphin shoots out a small hole like the kind. Nah, but I swear if they named it after the dolphin, it's because it looks like this. It's gotta be the reason why they named it Boto. They probably seen this dolphin and they're like, that looks just like what I have. Okay, so this is another point to the freaking dolphin. Let's scroll down. Is there Hawaiian? Let's look for Hawaii. Oh, Hawaii. Fijian. Alright, in Fiji, Boto means frog, particularly cane-toed marine toad, introduced to Fiji from Hawaii in 1936. Oh my God, they got trolled so hard. The Hawaiians trolled the Fijians so hard by telling them that Boto means frog. Bro, Boto jokes started in 1936. I'm trying to imagine the situation of just like a couple Hawaiian guys like navigated the oceans and they were just planning the whole time to land there and just like troll them with Boto. Let's find the Hawaii one. Where is that? Oh, right here. Hawaiian Creole from Ilocano. Buto. There you go. Buto means penis. That's one more point though for penis. Okay. So Hawaiian Creole gets their word Boto from the word Buto. Well, let's confirm this. Ilocano to English. Buto means buttocks. That's Iloco. So 1 point for buttocks. We'll give that to chicken. Bro doesn't have any points. Alright, so let's go look into the word buto. Oh, here we go, boys. So the word buto, which means penis in Ilocano, actually comes from Proto-Philippine word butuk. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. So it went from butuk to buto to boto. Well, what is this right here? Cebuano. Where did butuk come from? This place. Where is Cebuano? Alright, so Cebuano is bottom of the Philippines. So this is where the word Boto started from. And then it went to the Ilocano region, which is where? Okay, Ilocano region is north. Okay. Let's go to Google World. So this was the journey of the word Boto. It started over here in the lower Philippines, the Cebuano region. And somehow the word made it all the way up. From Butuk, made it up, and then it turned into Buto. And then Filipinos came all the way to Hawaii and freaking changed it to Boto. Alright, so the next question is, when did the Filipinos come to Hawaii? I think it was the 1930s? 1906? No, wait, what? The first recorded groups of Filipinos arrived in Hawaii in 1906. Okay, learn something new. It was only 15 of them though in 1906. The first group of Filipinos arrived in Hawaii in 1906 when 15 contract laborers called the Cicadas were recruited by the Hawaiian Sugar Planters Association to work on the island's sugar plantations. I wonder if there's anybody here to this day that is from a Cicada. I think most of the Filipinos came 30s and 40s though. 125,000 more came from Ilocos region. So that's why Hawaii got plenty Ilocanos, huh? 125,000 Ilocanos came between like 1930s and 40s, I think. I know the Filipinos came like, the big wave of Filipinos came after. Like, they didn't come at the start of the plantations. They were the second wave of immigrants that worked on the plantations. And then that's why, like, Japanese and Chinese, their contracts ended and they started to build businesses. Filipinos were still working on the plantations. Alright, so the official history of the word Boto. We made it to the end of our research, boys. Okay, so in the Cebuano region, they had a word called Butuk. And Butuk meant penis. That made its way up all the way to the Ilocos region. And by the time it made it up to the Ilocos region, the word Butuk slowly changed into the word Buto. And sometime between 1904 and 1930s, a lot of Ilocanos migrated to Hawaii. And over this journey, somehow, some way, the word Buto turned into Boto. And that's why today in Hawaii, Buto means penis.